Hey everyone, welcome to Travel Therapy Guide's 5-minute or less video tutorials. Today we are going to be talking about the best way to change recruiters or change travel companies. I know it can be tough and a little bit awkward, so I'm going to try to discuss some of the best practices to change your companies or recruiters. The first thing you want to try to do is resolve the conflict. If there's something that you think that can be solved, whether it's a lack of communication or you don't feel like they're sending you enough jobs, maybe just talk to them, ask them, and try to see what you guys can do to work out a better relationship. If a recruiter issue can't be resolved, then what you want to do first when you're going to change recruiters is I suggest you speak with the recruiter first, and if that didn't go well, or if you don't feel like they're listening or open to you switching recruiters, then you want to go up to management. Because I think of a recruiter like any other person. I would want to be told what's going on instead of, all of a sudden getting a bad message from my management. So I think it's best practice. Others may differ, but I think it's best to go to the recruiter first and just honestly say, hey, I've tried to work things out with you. This just isn't a positive relationship. I'm not getting what I need out of this career-wise, and so I need to switch recruiters. And I think that's just a great, easy way. You don't want to go into personal attacks. You don't want to go into details, but just let them know simple, point blank, that you want to switch recruiters. And then if that doesn't work, go then up to management. Now, if this is a company issue that can't be resolved, you want to first let your recruiter know why you are leaving and when you are planning to leave. Oftentimes, if it's a company issue, it's not your recruiter's fault, so I think it's important to let them know that it's not their fault, and also to let them know so that they can, stop contacting you, that they have a better understanding why, and maybe they'll have connections in other places or with other companies, and it's always good to keep them in the back pocket for future positions, for future jobs. It's always good to keep contacts. Second, you want to make sure you give yourself time to switch companies. So at the last day of your contract, that's not a good idea to switch companies, because you're going to probably have a 2 to 3 week waiting window where you're going to have to process new paperwork, find a new recruiter, get in their system. So if you know that you do not like the company, try to give yourself like 2 to 4 weeks before the end of your assignment to start calling a new recruiter, start finding a new company, and giving them your information. It's perfectly fine while you're in another assignment to start preparing for the next assignment, even if that's with another company. You always want to be professional and kind. So when you're leaving any company or when you are leaving a recruiter, always be professional and kind. Just be the bigger person. And that's the best thing I can say, because you always want to keep contacts, keep relationships, because you never know when you'll have to go back to that company or back to that recruiter. I hope that helped answer a couple of your questions about changing recruiters or companies. If you have any more questions, you can read more at debtfreept.com or get my complete guide for travel therapy. Thank you.